Hi again everybody, welcome to my latest video. Well, today I'm going to do another product review. This one is for a webcam. It's from a company called Larmtek. Now, full disclosure, they did send this to me for free to review, but they do not get a chance to make any judgment on what I produce in terms of this video, either before or after I've put it up. So I'm going to give it an honest review, believe me. Hopefully you get something out of this video, and if you do, please consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, let's get started with the box opening. Okay, so here it is in its packaging. Not a lot of information on the box. Open this thing up, see what we got in here. There's no tape to cut, so I'm just opening it up here. What's inside? Oh, the little cover. Looks like it has double-sided tape there. So if you decide to use this, you have to remove the paper backing to it and then stick it on in front of the lens. I think it's pretty straightforward, but let me open it up, see what it looks like. Yeah, as I suggested, the little cover goes over it. It's got double-sided tape here, so you would take that off and then stick it onto the lens or over the lens. I probably won't use that. I usually don't. That's if people are afraid that their webcam's going to spy on them, I guess. Oh look, it's a little tiny flexible-legged mini tripod. That's interesting. I may use that sometimes. It's got like a little belt clip on it too, it looks like. Okay. Just pretty straightforward, simple. It's got a flexible. Let's see, does this mount here? Yeah, this opens up this way. It's got a tripod mount on it if you'd like. Actually, they're going to need it for this, right? If you want to do that. Matter of fact, let me put that on there and see what it looks like. Set it up this way if you'd like. Okay. And then this tilts up and down, and of course it'll go left to right if it's on this tripod. It looks like it doesn't tilt left to right unless it's on a tripod that allows for that. So the webcam itself does not have the tilt swivel to the left and to the right, like another one I previously reviewed. It's got a USB, it looks like a USB 2.0, not 3.0. Just going by the color here, usually if it's white or black, it's a USB 2.0. Let's see, how long is this wire? Looks like it's about 5 or 6 feet. What's it got? It's got a little tear here, it looks like. Protecting the plastic, I guess. Pull that off. No sound to it, but it's making it the shiny part of the plastic there. Okay, let me hook it up and see what it looks like. And I'll compare it to some other webcams and ones that you can use as a webcam. Okay, what I have now is all four of the webcams that I want to test. Well, one is not a webcam, it's the Akaso being used as a webcam, which is one of its options. So let me first open up the camera utility. Let's see if we can cycle through them. This is the new one. This is the actual one that's from Larmtek. Let me switch to the next camera. This is my Nexico webcam that I reviewed in a previous video. It has autofocus to it, which is sometimes goes in and out unexpectedly, but right now it seems like it's okay. This is the Akaso sports camera being used as a webcam. And this is my low-end Microsoft LifeCam, my original webcam before I started making upgrades and such. So all of them are seen. Let me now open up OBS Studio. I've already got it set up to look at all four cameras. Okay, let's do some testing now. I have all four cameras up in OBS. I'm going to go to each of the cameras and I'm going to enable the sound, and we'll be able to see how that looks. You can see how they all appear, but let's see how they are with their sound. But before I show you that, you do have to make sure that if you happen to be using OBS, I did mention that in a pinned note on one of my previous reviews of a camera equipment, but you have to come in the bottom here. If you click on the device, let's start with the Akaso. And most of these you need to do. I think the only one I didn't need to do is the Nexico. And then you click on the little gear, and then you go into the very bottom. There's a checkbox. Use custom audio device. You have to do that on a lot of devices that you attach as webcams. Some of them it identifies, but not many. So I had to do it, I think, on 3 out of 4 of these. But I just wanted to show you that you have to set it up that way. And you need to say OK to that, and then you can pick it up. Now, right now, I have only my Blue Yeti producing sound as I'm recording this. So I'm now going to switch over to OBS itself, and we'll be able to see exactly, what it looks like and sounds like from the various pieces of equipment. So let me come down here and click on Start Recording. So now it's actually recording, and the option has changed to Stop Recording. Now this is actually out of OBS. So you're hearing the Yeti, which is still the only sound I have enabled, coming out of it. Now as you can see, the one that's in the upper left-hand corner there, this one here is my Akaso. This one here, over in the top right, that's my older Microsoft Webcam. This one in the lower left is my Nexico, which I did a separate review on. And this one here is the Larmtek, the actual device that I'm reviewing primarily in this video. So let me try each one with sound separately. I'll first go to the Akaso. I'll have to turn off the Blue Yeti. So let me turn that one off, and then I'll turn on the Akaso sound. So I click on this little thing here to stop the sound for the Blue Yeti. And now I should be being heard by the Akaso microphone built into that device. So I had to enable that. So that's how the sound comes out of the Akaso, and I'm facing it head on so there's no mistakes in terms of whether or not it works well or not. So now let me switch to the next one in line, the Microsoft Webcam. I got to switch off the Akaso and switch on the Webcam. Let me do that now. So now I'm getting the sound from the Microsoft Webcam. They're pretty much at the same distance from me, so they all should sound about the same. It's about 18 to 20 inches away from me, all 4 of them. So this is the Webcam. Now let me go and switch over to the Nexico. Got to turn off the Webcam and turn on the Nexico. So now it shows that the sound is coming from the Nexico. It's a little bit higher than the other ones. Well, not that much higher than the Larmtek, but a little bit. So that's what I'm looking at right now, and that's where you're hearing the sound from. So let me go now and try the Larmtek and see how that sounds. I got to switch off the Nexico and switch on the Larmtek. Now it should be picking up sound from the new one that I'm reviewing in this video, the Larmtek. How does that sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now you can judge all 4 of them by looking at these 4 pictures, and you can also now match up the sound. So I think that concludes the comparison testing that I wanted to do here. Well, that concludes my quick review here of this Larmtek webcam that was sent to me for review. I guess my overall opinion of it is a little bit tinted, to be honest with you. I did not like the green tint that it seems to have. I don't know if you noticed that when you saw the comparison between the various cameras, especially when I was looking at them separately with just a regular camera utility. There is no piece of plastic over the lens or anything. I've double checked and triple checked that, and I couldn't see any way of changing it, that option available on this particular one. If somebody knows something that I don't on this, please let me know. Put a comment down below, and I'll be glad to update people on it. But as of right now, I think that does impact this a little bit. It is pretty good in terms of the focus, even though it's not an autofocus. It has an actual disc, a silver disc that rotates, but I couldn't see it making any difference to the picture at all. And I think that covers the review points that I wanted to talk about in this video. Oh, just to point out, just in case you're curious, I did get this for free, as I said earlier, but I don't need another webcam. I could have lived without it. Just to let you know how I deal with these things, I have right up on the screen right now a USB microphone that a company, which I'd rather not name for now, but send me an email and I might let you know, that initially said, would I review their product? And I said, sure, I'd be glad to review their product. But then they came back with the fact that I would have to first buy it and post my video, and then they would reimburse me. Well, that implies a lot of things there if you think about it. For example, does that mean I may not get paid if they don't like the video? Would that then potentially affect my review of it? It wouldn't affect me, quite honestly, but I don't like the appearance of it. And I would question anybody who did that under those conditions. So I told him, no, I do a lot of reviews of little products like this, microphones, camcorders, whatever, and it's always sent to me first, to my business address. And then I'll take it, I'll review it. If they want it back, pay shipping back, and I'll be glad to send it back. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I'm trying to give value to my viewers by showing them the difference between different devices, but I don't want my integrity to ever be questioned. So I don't think they'll ever let me review that particular microphone under my conditions. So it probably will not be reviewed. Anyway, I wanted to mention that because it's an important thing that would occur to me. So hopefully you got something out of this video. If maybe not this camera, but you got to see the comparison between some of the other ones once again as well, including the sound. I think the last time I reviewed the other 3 cameras, I did not show you what the sound was like. So I wanted to make sure I included the sound on all 4 of the cameras I was comparing. You can see there is a difference. I'm obviously comparing it to the Yeti Blue microphone, the high-end USB microphone that is. Obviously that's a little bit unfair. I don't think I would go live with one of these camcorders taking the sound anyway. I would use something like the Blue Yeti or even better. So with that, if you got something out of this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It would be helpful. So until the next time, take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye.